What game to choose to play today? Alright everybody, it's Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, Heroes of the Lance on the NES, today on Happy Beard Games. Let's play! Alright, we're playing some AD&D, Heroes of the Lance. It's a Dragonlance video game for the NES, and it's notoriously known as one of the worst games on the system, and one of the worst video games of all time. Although I'm not really sure if it's really that bad, but it is one of the worst games that I have on the NES, just overall. And it's not saying that the series Dragonlance is bad or D&D is bad. This is a very bad adaptation of that game and novel. So don't expect this to play like D&D. Don't expect it to read like Dragonlance is what I'm saying. Now Dragonlance is based off this book called Dragons of Autumn Twilight. And it's a novel that I've been reading since I was 12. But it was, this game is actually from a couple chapters in this book. So there is a direct correlation from the events in the game to this, and in some ways it actually helps you out a lot if you've read the book and are familiar with the characters, because it doesn't explain the class types, it doesn't explain the actions of the heroes, and it doesn't explain their purpose for the story and their purpose for traveling through the dungeon that they are in the game. And you'll see that in the gameplay as well. Now, Dragonlance itself was also based off of a role-playing game session of Dungeons & Dragons. So I have the D&D Dragonlance campaign setting book here, and D&D is basically a long-running tabletop adventure role-playing game where you role-play as you impersonate your own fictional character. You roll big dice. Not this one, but just big dice. And then you also battle monsters, go on quests in a fantasy realm, fantasy imagination place, sort of like Final Fantasy, but also more like Lord of the Rings. So it's a mix between games, imagination, text, and partying with your friends. It's a really good game, D&D, so I highly recommend that. But don't expect this game that we're playing today, Heroes of the Lance, to be anything like D&D in terms of the gameplay. Alright guys, let's get started with AD&D, Heroes of the Lance, on the NES. Let's do it. Dragonlance, Heroes of the Lance for the NES. Let's play. Come on. Okay, now this is Dragonlance. We've got a little cast of characters here. We've got Gold Moon. She is sort of a native people's spiritual healer. I think she's also a cleric as well. We got Sturm. He's an he's from an older order of knights. And this is all in the world of Dragonlance, named Kryn is what the world's called. So it's a fantasy universe, sort of like Game of Thrones, sort of like Lord of the Rings, sort of like well, pretty much anything D&D that you can probably think of. It has a lot of familiar things from D&D as well, if you're just familiar with just basic D&D. You got Riverwind, who is Gold Moon's husband, I believe, and he's sort of in the same. Sort of similar to Gold Moon, but he's got a completely different class. In this game, each character has a different class, and that's really important because they play differently. So he's sort of I guess a hunter-ranger guy. I'm not really sure. And then you got Tanis, half-elven. So Tanis is, well, he's half-elf, and he is, in this, I think he's more of a ranger/warrior. I'm not really sure how the classes are exactly on this game. It's not as clear as Final Fantasy, and that's one of the flaws of this game, is it doesn't really explain itself too well. You got Tanis. He's actually the main character of the series, I guess. He's usually in the focus for a while, at least in this first book. You got Tasselhoff, the halfling Kender, who's a thief. He has a Hoopak staff. Yeah, I know a little too much about these books a little bit. I read them a lot when I was like 12, and then I still read them, so they're really good books for any age. Well, maybe not for any age, but they're not like really suited for kids, but they're a good book series, really good. We got Flint the Dwarf. He's an elder dwarf guy, and he's really cool, and he has a big axe, big gray beard. We got Caramon, or Caramon, however you want to pronounce his name. I think it's actually officially Caramon, but I usually call it Caramon because it doesn't matter. It's just a video game. But it's actually a really cool character, and there's a lot of storyline behind this character. And he's a brother. He's a warrior in this with a lot of armor. He's a really big guy. He's the brother to TreasLin, or TreasLin, however you want to pronounce that as well, who is one of the main focuses of the storyline as well. He's a wizard who, during his training to become a wizard, something went wrong, and he got so much power that it also, at the same time, affected his body physically and mentally a little bit too. It made his skin turn like metallic gold, made his eyes turn into hourglasses, and he basically is like scarred physically from it. And but at the same time, he's a lot stronger magically, but he also has changed himself personally, and this happens at the very start of the book. So that's what this one is. So the very first half, or the gameplay is pretty much like the first half of some parts of the first novel in the series, and this is a long series. There's like 12 books at least in the main series of Dragonlance, and then there's other ones. There's like many multiple spin-off novels and role-playing game books. Okay, I think that's it for the characters. So we're entering Zaxxaroth, looking for the Discs of Meshakal. I think that's what we're looking for, at least. I don't really remember the story too well right now, but yeah. There's also a movie based on this, but you do not want to see that. You do not want to see that. Stay far away from that. Actually, stay far away from this game as well. If you're watching this video, do not pick up this game unless you are a really hardcore Dragonlance fan and just want to collect it. That's pretty much the reason I got it. Okay, so now this is really bad. It starts you off as Gold Moon in the same order that it showed those characters up there at the very intro. So what you gotta do is push select. You got your main menu. This is a really menu-based game. You've got lots of different things. You've got your score, which I think it shows what you've killed. These are all different types of enemies, like monsters, trolls, ghosts, men, dragon, spider monsters. You got the Baz and Bozaks are actually draconians, which are these sort of like the orcs, but they're like the orcs of Dragonlance, basically. It's what they are. They're not really orcs, but they're dragon people. And they're special, basically. They're for Dragonlance, basically. You got use, which you can use your items. You got your clerical staff spells, which is what she has. She has the clerical staff. There's the magic user spells, which is what TreasLin has. And I think that might be the only guy that has magic, because he's the only wizard or mage. And then we've got hero select, which is where you choose who you want to fight as or play as. Now what you need to do is you need to switch Gold Moon off with Tanis. But if you look at the bottom of the screen, the top row, the top 4 guys are who you have in your party currently. It's kind of like a Final Fantasy. And then you have like, kinda. It's hard to say it like that. It's hard to say. Because Final Fantasy is a lot better in the game than this. But Dragonlance is still good, don't get me wrong. The story's good. And then this is the back row, basically. These guys are like your secondary party, kind of. Consider it like that. Now, I'm not an expert on this game, by the way. I've never beaten it. I've played it a lot, but not too much, so don't quote me on everything here, but this is basically what it is. These guys can get hit when you... Okay, so you're playing as the first guy here. This is who you play as. Then these guys can all take damage because they're in your party when you get hit, which is weird, but you don't actually see them on the screen, by the way. And these guys in the back, they don't get damaged, so you want to keep them in the back. You want to keep Gold Moon in the back for a long time because you'll need her at specific points in the game. I've heard. I haven't really gotten to that point, but you do also need her to heal your characters using your staff, which can heal characters. In addition, TreasLin has magic, so you want to use them sparingly, so I'm going to switch them out with Flint. And, well, if you know the books, you'll know what the characters are and what they do. If you don't know the books, this is why the game's bad, guys. One reason. If you don't know anything about these characters or the books, this game does not explain them to you at all. as far as I can tell, aside from showing stats. I mean, if you know how to read stats, then maybe you will understand it eventually, but it doesn't tell you, like, this is the strong warrior guy, this is another strong warrior. These are all strong warriors up here, Karma and Flint, Sturm and Tannis, and then you've got, like, it doesn't tell you to switch the mage out. It doesn't tell you how to use the magic. It doesn't tell you how to... I don't even know what Tasselhoff's good for in this game, because I don't know if you can steal things, but normally he could steal things quite naturally. And then you got Riverwind, he's pretty cool too. I think he has a bow and arrow, so it does show their items that they have equipped. And I think Tannis also has a bow and arrow in this game, not a sword. And then, yeah, so we've got all these guys. So I'm going to switch to Sturm, because that's what I usually do. And Sturm's a really cool guy, because he's got the mustaches. And, let's see what we got here. You got save and load your game. You can take items off the ground, you can drop and give things to, I think, your other players. I'm not really sure. It's a really confusing game, but you've got a lot of different spells. You have to have TreasLin and one of your first 4 heroes, and same with that. So it does kind of explain it, but it doesn't tell you right off the bat. It tells you that, it doesn't tell you that there's 2 different party slots. It doesn't tell you that there's, you know, you have to have these guys in the back or else they will get damaged. So let's get into the gameplay. Now you have the B button doesn't really do... Does the B button do anything? I don't know. It doesn't seem to do anything. Maybe it's for magic. Let me go take a few steps forward. It's kind of a weird system here, guys. You've got well, let's see, I don't even know. I guess I always get confused when I play this game because it's not as I remember. You hold down A, then you can push down and crouch. Okay, if you hold down B, nothing happens. If you hold down nothing, nothing happens. If you run forward, if you walk forward for a few seconds, you'll start running. You see these northwest, east, south compass on the left, bottom left? Now that is where you're going to be looking at a lot because you're going to try to figure out where to go. And you're going through this dungeon here, and I'm not sure what my attack is. Okay, attack is B, but you have to be in a different room. This is the battle system, guys! A lot of fun. Not really. I kind of wish it was just turn-based, like a D&D or a Final Fantasy, but it's not. It's not. So we're going into the east. So it's a little confusing, because it looks like you're just going south still, but you're actually going east, and it's a little confusing. Oh no, we gotta get away from that guy. He's gonna shoot us. You have to actually hold down the button in order to enter the doors. Hold it down! Hold it on down! And this guy respawns. I think you can get experience points, but I'm not sure exactly how that works on this. And we're gonna need a heal now, so hero select, some gold moon there, clerical staff, cure light wounds. You also have cure critical wounds, so I'm gonna do that on him to get myself filled up. And we're gonna remember to switch her back to someone else, because yeah, you can see that Tannis took a little bit of damage even though he was not actually being played, so it's a little weird there. I think A button might be jump, or no, just wait. Pushing up in A is jump, pushing down in A is crouch. Okay, I think I gotta remember that a little more. You can kind of aim when you're attacking too, like I was just doing there. If you noticed, and that block was kind of scary. Let's see if I can pick this up here. Now, I know I complain a lot about this game, and even the Dragonlance movie as well. There hasn't really been a good adaptation of Dragonlance, but I've always wished that they would make a movie. And now that they made Game of Thrones into a really good TV series, it is possible to do these fantasy stories as film now, because Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, even Harry Potter to an extent was actually a really good adaptation of a fantasy novel. So we've got a lot of potential for Dragonlance to become a TV series. There hasn't really been a D&D series that's been successful in terms of live action. I don't really think there has been. I've heard that they're trying to reboot a D&D movie. Maybe they'll choose Dragonlance for the main story. Who knows? They might even choose Forgotten Realms. You never know. Actually, I think that'd probably be a little more likely. Choose a Driz Doerdan, what's it called? Forgotten Realms. No, I don't even know what the book's called. I forgot what it's called right now. I'm gonna take this item. We're gonna give Tannis a green potion. So you can actually choose who you want to pick it up. It doesn't have to be the guy that's standing over it. It just has to be someone in the party. Let's get out of there. Now, this game is pretty basic. All you do is pretty much go from dungeon to dungeon. You try to get to the lower depths of the dungeon and dodge enemies and attack enemies as well. It does switch to combat. If you notice in the very bottom left, it does say combat down there. near the menu bars. Yeah, I think you do get experience in this, but it's just really hard to tell because there's not like a Final Fantasy battle scene where it tells you these things directly. Even the Final Fantasy on NES, as cryptic and confusing as it was with all the maps and stuff, it is a lot more helpful and guiding to you than this game is. And I don't know if this game came with any maps or manuals, because I don't have the box. I bought it used because I bought it in like 2010. So it's a little different from my experience because I couldn't buy it new. So I don't know, it's a pretty cool game, but I don't think it really has that much into it. There is a PC version of this game, I've heard, as there's a lot of D&D games on PC. I actually have quite a few of them. And it's kind of like this one, I guess, but I don't think it's that much better. It might be. Who knows? We'll find out someday. Okay, what am I doing? I'm looking for... Oh, my EXP. Okay, I think if you check there, it tells how many guys you killed. I've killed 6 men, and party experience. Wait, go back. 374. So I guess your whole party experience is the party. Your whole party kind of levels up at once, so I don't really know how that's gonna work. These guys are always tough to kill. I guess they're supposed to be evil dwarves. I really don't know. I thought they were the gully dwarves at first, but I don't think they would be kicking Sturm. So, or any of the Heroes of the Lance, actually. You know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go read the book. Because actually, I highly recommend reading the book if you're interested in things like Game of Thrones, once again, Lord of the Rings, and you're looking for something a little bit more. I'm going to switch. Oops. I'm going to heal Sturm one more time. Because I don't want to die from this Draconian. That green thing shooting at me was the Draconian, guys. It's a dragon, sort of a dragon human monster. And yeah. And he can do some brutal damage to you in this game. Let's try that Cure Light Wounds, and we're gonna do it one more time, and we're gonna do it one more time again to Tannis, and then we're gonna make sure you switch her out because you don't want to forget to do that because you just don't. Now I use Sturm a lot because he's one of my favorite characters at this part. I just like him, the way he acts and everything, but I'm gonna switch over to Flint for a little bit. She's a dwarf, so a little bit shorter. But see, this is one of the annoyances of this game as well with this monster, the Draconian. What they usually do is they shoot things at you and they back up continuously. It's really bad. So there, and it's cool they have that effect there. If you notice that in the book, they turn to stone and then they explode when they die. So it's a really cool effect that they kind of tried to do in this game. You can kind of tell they did it. I don't think he can get hit by these Draconians, which is what I was trying to hoping that would not happen, because he's so short, so he can't really do it. Or I don't know what that is though. It's like a blast comes out of him after he dies. I don't really know what that is. I got a pouch. So you get these items, but I haven't really figured out how to, or what to really do with them. What is up with these guys? There are 2 of them kicking me. Look, let's bail out of this. This is not cool. Dwarf on dwarf's not gonna work. Me not that kind of dwarf. Okay, I don't know where else to go then. Let's scroll some more. Let's go down here. These dwarf guys are scaring me. Let's see if I can jump over them. Yeah, you can dodge them by pushing the jump button, which you actually need to jump a certain part of the game. I think you have to jump over some obstacles. So the jump is actually useful. It's kind of weird, but it is. I'm gonna actually, I'm not gonna heal him because I'm not. I think you actually have limited heals, but I don't really know how to tell how many you have. So I'm gonna switch him with that guy, and we're gonna play as Riverwind for a little bit. You can kind of tell who they are just by looking at the icons. Jeez. I guess we're rough enough to fight that guy. I should have just done that from the start, but I was trying to jump over him. Now this game has a very confusing layout for the levels. I mean, like what you're looking at here is very confusing. I'm not entirely sure where to go, but eventually you'll get to this other part where it looks like there's like giant like melting pot things. I don't know how to explain it, but that's what it looks like there is. and then eventually you'll go. Eventually, you will get down to this lower depths, and you go down this like water slide thing. It's weird. It's like a little cutscene. I'm probably gonna die. I didn't die. Sweet. That means I should heal. And yeah, so we're gonna switch over to Gold Moon, and she's gonna heal up her hubby. Or I don't think they're married yet at this part of the game, or this part of the story. I think they get married at the end of the book, actually. Spoilers, it's not really that big of a deal, but it's a happy moment. A short happy moment in the middle of this trilogy of books. Or in the middle of the first, or end of the first book, actually. They're quite long books. They're not too long. I mean, like, Game of Thrones is like 3 times longer than the book. The first Game of Thrones book, but, than this, but, or maybe it's twice as long, I don't know, but... And they have some really interesting characters, and they're probably my favorite use of D&D in a novel form, is the Dragonlance books. That's probably my favorite D&D world to read about in a storyline. And I don't know where I'm going. We're gonna take care of these bad guys. It feels like I'm fighting a lot more bad guys and going back and forth in areas that I've already been to on this playthrough today than I normally do on this game. So we're gonna, I'm not even getting very far today. Oh! Let's go. Go in the door. Go back in the door. Go down. I can't go down. I don't know where to go. I can go up here. Ah! It's like, starts right on him. Oh no, I'm about to die. I died. Oh crap, no! Oh no! I tried to switch her out. I didn't realize that. See, I always forget to do that, like, halfway through the game. And Rare One's dead. You can probably raise him back, I think, using using the staff, actually. So let's switch over to Flint, because he's good against these Draconians, remember? Okay, here we go. This is where I remember now, this weird, like, melting pot looking thing. I think you go down it, and that's the slope that takes you to the lower dungeon. You hear the sound of a distant alarm bells. I'm not sure what that really is a reference to. Then we've got a troll here. Trollolol. But yeah, I think this is a troll we gotta take down. Flint is actually a really good guy to use in this game. I'm almost surprised at how strong he is and the attacks that he can dodge. I mean, I know he's a really good old warrior guy, but dang, he is like really good in this game. Like, he's not getting hurt hardly at all. And I don't know, everyone else is getting hurt when he gets hit, so it's kind of a weird thing there. Let's see if I can take down... So he can't fight these other dwarves, which I find weird. I've never been in this room before in this game either, so I'm kind of excited to see what goes on a little bit further before we all die. Now, I totally forgot to rescue Riverwind before he died, and now he's completely dead. So we kind of goofed there, but I'm not doing a full Let's Play or playthrough or anything. I'm just kind of sampling what we got here. That's the first time I've shown Caramon. He's a very strong guy. He might be the strongest physically in terms of strength stats in this game, but I don't really know. Take down this dwarf thing. Those guys creep me out. Actually, a lot of the things in this game creeps me out. The graphics are quite poor. Not even just from a technical standpoint, but they just look bad. The character portraits are kind of like a really pixelated, bland version of some of the art in the original books, like on the covers and stuff. And there's actually art in the books too as well. There's like on the chapters, but I don't know. Let's see what this is. What am I picking up? Shield. Oh, I got a shield. See, I don't know how to really equip these things that you get. Maybe I can't equip it, or maybe I already auto-equip it. I have a shield in my hand, but I don't know if I already have that. I don't know. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Who knows? Let's continue on this Dragonlance adventure. Oh my god, why are they back? Oh no, 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 no. I tried to skip them. But we're dead. This is the final battle! We must destroy all these things! Oh crap. There's no way past. There's 2 of them. I can't jump over them. Come on, Flint. Smack them down. Smack them down. Smack them down. You know, I gotta switch guys. This is our final straw here, guys. We're getting out of this game. We're getting out of this game. I'm gonna switch to Tanis. Actually, I'm gonna switch to Racelin, and we're gonna use some of his magic spells in a second here. I'm gonna switch them and stand back a little ways. Switch over to him and put him there, and then we're gonna use magic. And we got a lot of magic that you probably won't even use in this game, but they have it all from the book. So they have all his moves. They have Burning Hands, Charm, Sleep, Magic Missile, Web, which is used in the book. He uses Detect Magic. Well, he doesn't use it, but he has it in this. I guess he would have that in the book too. Final Strike, Burning Hands. I already saw that. But he does have Web, which is funny. And we've got... I don't know what move I should use. I also use Magic Missile. Did I use it? I don't think Magic Missile affects us. And I haven't even seen TreasLin's sprite in this in a long time, so it looks weird. Usually he gets killed before I can use him, which is sad. So we are going to switch him out. Don't really have anyone that I could use normally. I could try Tasselhoff. I'll try him after I defeat this dwarf. Oh, whoa! I didn't switch. Okay, switch up. There we go. Yeah, switch up. You have to hold a weird diagonal and down slash push the B button a whole bunch combo in order to defeat these dwarves, and sometimes they don't even hit them very well. But we got rid of that one. Now our other guys are dead, but since we're not really playing for keeps, so which way do we go now? We already went in there. That's where we came from. Then we go down here. I guess we just go forward in this new area of the dungeon. But it plays the same repetitive song throughout the whole game, pretty much. Found the waterfall. Here's a nice soothing song. I think this actually heals your whole team, which I probably should have gone into first, which is normally what I do, actually. I don't usually go into that last room because I didn't know it was there until now. Look at that water grab. It looks like tin foil falling down a cement block from the underground of Mario or something. So it actually, I think it heals everyone fully, as long as they're still alive. So that's pretty helpful. We gotta watch out for those falling bricks. And then, this is the part where you have to run, so let's see if I can even make it. Oh, I made it! I've got these, I think it's a little draconian. I don't really understand what that guy's story is. It's just a different type of draconian. There was at least two different types of draconian in the book. Yeah, that was a draconian. I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. So what this chalice is up here on the shelf. Let's take it. I guess Tasselhoff will take it. Something he would do. Gold chalice. Okay, we got a gold chalice. See, I don't really understand what any of these items are for. I don't really understand what you even do with them, really. But you can pick them up. And there's no real point in really keeping them because there's no town in this game. There's no shop. Basically, this whole game consists, from what I know, inside this dungeon. And it's like from like 2 or 3 chapters in the book is what this dungeon is. It's not the whole book. It's not even like a good part of the book. It's just like a single like adventurous part of the book. And I'm not sure where I'm going really either now. So this part of the game is all new to me. I usually just give up around this part. What is that? A firebug? What is that? It's like evil turtle. Oh, it's the spider. Okay. Because I saw the spider on the enemy list. Okay, so we're running. Kind of look like Link a little bit here. Got the green tunic and no pants. I don't know what's up with that. I guess he's kind of like a bearded Link. Let's go in here. That's where we came out of last time. Can I go up that? No. Hey, the music changed. What is this? Is this the end? What does it mean? Oh, we're getting shot at. Oh, there's like pew pew ghost. Get away here. Get away. I don't even know how to fight a wraith. I've never been to this part of the game, guys. This is awesome. It's something new in a game that I've been trying to progress in for a while. Oh, look at those shields. What is this? A skelly man. What is this thing? Whoa, exploded. Okay, oh, that was cool. Well, that was cool. I don't know what those... What are those? Let's see what they are if I pick them up. I think they're just shields again. Yeah, they're shields. Okay, we can pick up 3 different shields if we want a shield. Now we're going in, this door. I don't know why the music changed. I didn't know... What the... Oh my god! Kill it! Kill it with fire! I forgot what button I'm pushing. Come on, you can do it, Flint. Oh no. Tasselhoff? No. Tasselhoff's adventure has ended very quickly. Let's get out of here. Oh. Well, everyone's dead. We've got 2 mages. Let's do this! I'm actually going to switch to TreasLin because, yeah, I've never even seen that part of the game before. I've never seen that monster before, by the way, guys. This is pretty cool. At least I made it a little bit further, so I am getting a little bit better, but TreasLin cannot do anything. He's basically like frail old guy without his magic, and I don't know how to use the magic because I tried Magic Missile and it didn't do anything. You failed in your quest for the Dissamashakal. It's all black and white. It's like sad. It's like, oh, we failed. Now we gotta start over. You can save and load at I think at any point in the game. So if you're really into it, you can save and you can try again, and that's basically how you continue. I think, because when you die, you lose everything, and you don't get any points unless you win. I think, because I never get any points, but then you get game points. So I don't know what that is. There's a couple other files on this cartridge. I think one of them might be before I even bought it. But that's the game, and there's nothing else you can do. It just leaves it on the spot until you push reset, which is a little bit normal for some older games. But yeah, so that is AD&D, Dungeons and Dragons, Dragonlance, Heroes of the Lance for the NES, played by Kevin from Happy Bird Games. Alright, my final thoughts. Read the book, don't watch the movie, don't play the game, unless you want to collect them for some reason. Yeah, stay away from this game, stay away from the movie, read the book. Alright, guys. Yeah, that's about it. Stay tuned to Hybrid Games for more classic gaming goodness. Until next time, Hybrid Games will see you then. Hybrid Games, out! What's up, everybody? This is Kevin here from Happy Beard Games, and today we're playing some NES game, StarForce. It's this arcade-style shoot-'em-up. I'm not sure if it's only on the NES. It might be arcade as well, but I'm not really sure about that. Now, it's sort of an improvement upon Galaga, but it's a little bit closer aligned with Xevious, or Xevious, however you want to pronounce that. And, yeah, so it's sort of along the lines of Galaga, as you are a spaceship fighting wave after wave of continuous other spaceships in a space battle. Now, in addition, you have, it's a little more like Xevious, as it's a continuous path. There is levels, but it's a continuous path. It's not just wave after wave coming at you. It's you going forward through them. Now, this is one of the first NES games that I bought back in 2009, 2010, and what really got me into it was the classic arcade-style gameplay and the feel of the classic arcade controller. Now, I do have the Advantage, which has a more arcade-style joystick, but this has a flight-style joystick with the A and B buttons. I'm not sure which one is which, actually, but on this game, both buttons do the same thing, A and B. You also have a start and select up there, which is weird, because it's a weird start and select on this controller. It also has an auto-fire switch, so you can just hold it down, which is really cool. Now, this is actually the quick shot for the NES. It's a pretty cool little controller. You might see me review it in the future. You don't know. I don't know. We don't know. But it's a really cool controller, and I do recommend playing it when you're playing StarForce. I actually bought these together. Luckily, they had both of them together at a used store. But I will not be using it today for this reason. I could hold it down, but the reason is the click. It's very loud. It's not as loud as some controllers, but it's not really that loud, but on video it is. So I'd recommend that for people that play it but not record with it. So that's why I'm not using it today. However, I am going to try out some new control style schemes with my fingers on this NES controller here. So let's get started today on Happy Beard Games with StarForce on the NES. Start up StarForce, 1987 tech mode, licensed by Nintendo of America. Push start. The controls are fairly simple, I think. Of course, it's an NES game, but let's see how this goes. I have not played this in a long time. We got A and B are the same shoot, so let's just shmup them up. Shmup everything. Oh wow, they move in a weird pattern there. Button everything, pushing all the buttons. For some reason, all this would be like Xevious. But I think you don't have any bombs that you drop. I think you can shoot everything. Which I kind of like that better. It's a little less, you don't have to think as much, but it's still cool. I think you can get pickups too, like power-ups and stuff. Wow, I almost got killed there. This is one of those things where you got one life, guys. Well, you don't got one life, but you got one hit, basically, before you explode. It's like a Galaga. It's like Galaga, guys. Think about Galaga, classic arcade. This is really intense, guys. I'm actually doing alright, though. I'm doing alright, yeah. Oh my god, what am I doing? What am I doing? My thumb is sore, my thumb is sore. I cannot button mash these two buttons together at the same time anymore. I was like hitting A and B at the same time, so I'm just gonna stick with it. The B button, there we go. What is this thing? Oh, I thought I wasn't getting him. Oh, noes! We got a man down, we got ship down, ships ahoy! Okay, oh, whoa. What's all this stuff? What is that? I want it. Oh, we're gonna expando Transformers! More than meets the eye. We gotta, sounds like a boss is coming up. This is action. Attack alpha target! Heck yeah. We're gonna go for that alpha target. Where's the alpha target? He's flowing with me. Oh, we got him! We cleared him! 2,000 points for the B, and the lower B, we got 4,000 points. I'm not sure what those are. I think those are those things that I was destroying. You get points for killing a certain amount of them. So we're at Area B now. It's a really good soundtrack, though. Currently, I can't hear it too well because of the recording. But you know what? That's enough of that. Enough of that background info. Okay, let's continue with this. We're gonna keep playing for a little bit longer. So when you get killed, you lose your extra ship part, which sucks. But I'll get it back on the second playthrough. We're gonna play through this 3 times, guys. 3 continues, just to make it into a full video. And I shouldn't have even been talking about that. Let's focus this time, Kevin. Come on. This does make your thumb really sore. You can auto fire if you just hold it down, but it's a little slower. So if you just button mash really fast, you can get it really good. I'm gonna have to switch my playstyle. So normally I use a joystick on this game. Or something with auto fire, but that's cheating, so I'm not gonna do that. Sounds very Donkey Kong-y-ish. Okay, well that was StarForce, and we're gonna play it 2 more times, guys. We got 3 lives to fly, and we're gonna do this, okay? Let's do. I'm gonna try a different pattern. I'm gonna try putting it like this on my lap and just tapping it. So that's kind of what I normally do with the other controller. I have like a joystick controller. I also have a flight stick controller, and I got a lot of weird controllers on the NES. But it's the NES, what do you know? Kind of like the Wii. They made a whole bunch of controllers for it, and even the Super Nintendo to an extent, but more so on the NES. Not so much on other systems, I guess. You know, this is actually working out alright. This is really working out alright, actually. This is kind of cool, actually. I never really thought about doing it like this. And I'm using the NES 2 controller, the dog bone shaped one, by the way, guys. So it does look a little different than the one on my hat. I didn't really think about that, but I don't really... Well, I have 2 of the original NES controllers, but I really like this one, because I got this one more recently. And I actually got it on accident, because I ordered it, and they sent me this one instead for some reason at GameStop. What blew me up? What blew me up? What even hit me there? I was like in the zone. I didn't know what happened. Maybe I crashed into oh, what? No, that's bull. Okay, that I don't know what hit me the first time, though. I'm gonna have to rewatch that and, like, annotate it or something. Oh, no, come on, guys. I was doing so good. This control works really well when you're just tapping it like this, like tap dance, like a DDR with your fingers. And we're gonna try this maybe one more time because I don't know what hit me there the first time and it threw me off. So I gotta focus on this. You go really fast if you go like that with your fingers. You can even do a double tap dance extravaganza there, and Tony Danza it up. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Or do I? I probably do, actually. I always know what I'm saying. See what I'm saying? Oh man. Come on, dude. Focus on one button, or else you hurt your fingers. It's like your fingers have their own HP bar of their own outside of the game. And if you don't tap... Oh my god, the lag. I think I was making it lag because I was shooting too much. And there's too much bad guys as well. I don't know, maybe not. It was just the bad guys. Bad guys making my game lag, and I'm losing my controller grip so I can pick it up. I can, like, tape this to my leg or something next time. Put a belt on my leg and put it over the controller. Man, okay, we're doing good all right now. No, this is the hard part where these guys come out. Oh, he sneaks up behind you and he just happened to be at the part that I was at. That's what he did. That little beach ball. Oh, there he is. I got him. I got him. That stays with you until you die, which is good, buddy. It's a good buddy. Oh, what? I thought you... For some reason I thought he'd take a hit from me. Come on, what are those things? Those little left and right looking things. Oh god. Like me, I want to get to the boss. I don't know how I got to the boss the first time, because I didn't seem like I was doing as good as I am now. But I did. Oh, here's the cool music. We're rocking on now. It's like Power Rangers. Come on. Oh, we can do this, Kevin. Kevin Private Games. Let's go. Let's do this. Yeah! I think I got more B's, and I got less big B's than last time, than the first time that I cleared that. Like a bouse! Now this is a tough game. I think I've only made it to like the third zone, or the third area is what they call it. That was in my heyday, in my prime. This is a tough game. I don't think you can continue. And it's a little different than Galaga because you've got, well, I guess it's closer to Xevious, now that I think about it. I don't have Xevious currently, but, well, I have it on Atari, but, I don't have it on NES. But yeah, I'm gonna try button it normal. It's so hard to get past this stuff. I think I got an extra life. Oh wow, I got an extra life. Okay. Oh, we gotta focus. Come on. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but I'm trying to say that it's not just the same level and patterns every time like on Galaga. It's different. It's like an adventure. Let's give it one more shot. I get an extra life here, guys. Extra life, continue. Let's go, because it's only been like 9 minutes. This is a short game, arcade style. A lot of fun, and I wish I could tell you more about it, but I don't really know that much about it, because obviously I'm not that good at it, but it is a really fun game. It's addicting. It's like if I was at the arcade, I'd be spending like dollars on this, man. Dollars, big bucks. But, I don't know, it's like... It's like a Galaga, but it's more fast-paced and there's more stuff to do in it. And I wish they would continue the Galaga series, you know what I mean? They do a little bit, but it's mostly like Namco Museum stuff with like slightly added things. But they need to do like a Galaga, like next-gen Galaga like this. It'd be like I don't know what I'm talking about. Like, there's a lot of shmups coming on currently. A lot of them are those sort of anime-styled shmups from Japan. Well, I guess this is from Japan too, but more like the modern ones are like indie anime style. They're pretty cool too. I'm not even kidding. I played some of them on Steam. They're pretty fun. But this is really fun too. I'm wondering if there's any more of this game. I don't really know if there is. I think there might be a sequel to this, but I need to look into that. I haven't really even thought about this game until today, after like a long time of not even playing this at all. And it's just a really fun game. I love zoning out on this. I'm kind of zoned out right now, but it's hard because you can fly around the whole screen, so I kind of expect to stay at the bottom in the back row and be okay, but you're not okay. And sometimes those things on the ground, they kind of block your shot because they'll take the hits that you're shooting, and instead of the actual enemy. Okay, come on. I'm gonna do the boss with the double boss. Come on. Or watch out for these turrets that come out. I can blow it up too. I don't think you can blow them up. There we go. 2000. Even Kevin. Even Keel. Okay, here we go. We got a good score going on here, guys. This is a cool music. Oh, that was not cool. Okay, we gotta get an extra life. Come on, let's get some bonuses. Just kill everything. Or not. Alright, that's StarForce on the NES. Sorry I don't know much more about it, and I'm not that skilled at it, so I can't really, tell you about it, but it is, once again, an arcade game, so I don't think it's meant to have, like, a straightforward story/level/ending. But it's a lot of fun, even though it's difficult. And it's one of those games that you just want to keep coming back to every once in a while, and when you do, it's still a lot of fun to continue to play. So I might actually play this some more, but I'm not sure because I got time to edit. But anyways, yeah. Thanks for watching Happy Weird Games play StarForce on the NES. Happy Weird Games out! Well, that was StarForce on the NES. Pretty good game, but it's got me pumped for doing some more classic arcade NES style shoot 'em up games. Wait, what was that? Ah, there we go. A classic arcade game. You got your joystick with the ball top. You've got your classic artwork. And you've got your various games. Even nice, solid, clicky buttons. But we're gonna play this on the NES. We're gonna do this for reals, on the real deal Nintendo Entertainment System. And the game we are playing, as you might have guessed, is... yeah, that's Galaga. We're gonna play that today on the good old Nintendo Entertainment System. Galaga. Demons of Death. Yeah, it's actually the same as the arcade Galaga, but it's made by Bandai on the Nintendo Entertainment System. It's a really fun game, very good, solid, clean arcade port of the original. And we're gonna play that today on Happy Weird Games. Let's get ready to play this. Galaga, Demons of Death for the NES. Now I got my Galaga t-shirt on, got my Galaga guys up there, flying around me. I don't even know how they got in my room. Alright, I'm gonna give myself 3 rounds to play Galaga. 3 lives. Or basically like 3 coin inserts, like insert a quarter into your machine. So I'm going to try it 3 times, see how it goes, play it straightforward. And this is Happy Weird Games plays Galaga on the NES. Let's do this! Alright guys, we're choosing player 1. Let's start. Let's play some Galaga. Now both buttons do the same thing. What did I just do? Oh, I paused. Come on Galaga, let's Galaga this up. Now I'm just gonna kind of play casually a little bit here. At first, and once I start getting used to the patterns, then I will start to intensify and heat up the battle against the Galaga. I think the Galagas are the bad guys, maybe I'm a Galaga. I don't know, I get it mixed up with Galaxian, which, I mean, the stories are pretty basic, it's just an arcade game. But they do have a little tiny bit of an old school style, you know, Atari sort of arcade sort of backstory for the little games. And I don't really remember them very well. I used to play Galaxian a lot more. It seemed like it was more common. Galaxian is another shooter similar to this game, but it's not quite the same. It's made by Namco as well. It's very similar to this. This one's a little more fast-paced, and I like this one better. But I remember playing Galaxian a lot more when I was younger, for some reason. It seemed more common. Oh, that was a close call there. Challenging stage. Wait, we're already on the second, what, 3rd stage? What? I don't know, I'm not paying attention. Oh, jeez. Jeez. Missed them all. There we go. Yeah, this I got 1 round. Where I got them all. Oh, 33! That's actually what I did last time I played this game. I am not even kidding, guys. Let's see if I can beat 33 next time, because I'm going to play it 2 more times. So, pretty cool, pretty cool. Challenging stage, kind of like the Pac-Man cutscenes on Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. I have those cutscenes, and wow, I got hit. Did I get an extra life? No, okay. Not yet. Not yet, guys. I'm getting ahead of myself. But yeah, Kind of like that, except you gotta play it. It's like a bonus stage. Jeez, where you can't get hurt on that bonus stage, by the way. It's just free kills, free points. Just test your aiming skills. I'm doing horrible today, but I'll build up once again. I'll build up. Did I already lose 2 lives? Man, this is going by fast, guys. This is going by fast. This is intense. This is nostalgia. This is arcade classic. Yeah, it's not working out. Maybe I should use the A button. I don't know what button to push. I just don't know what button to push. We both do the same thing. Come on, Kevin, shoot him. I was like, taking a long time to get that one guy. You gotta know their patterns, and they always come in sort of similar, but they shoot out these missiles at you, or lasers at you, certain points. So you gotta like know where they come in. But I think every level they do the same pattern pretty much, unless you're in there too long. I did alright with my hit-miss ratio, but not too good. I've done better, and we're gonna try this one more time, guys. Actually, 2 more times. Haha! Alright, guys, let's start up Galaga round 2! Push start! Start with 3 ships. Start with 0 score. We're gonna have to do this the hard way. We're gonna have to work on my aim, work on my hit-miss ratio, and work on my shots per second. Accuracy. Now, it helps me if you don't really need to know where your ship is. As long as you keep shooting, you can kind of keep an eye on the Galaga bad guys. And just kind of keep an eye on the top. And try to line it up a little bit, because it's a little hard to, it just makes it easier, is what I'm saying, huh? I like zoned out a little bit there. There we go. See, I don't know, it's easier if you look at the very top of the screen for some reason for me. And just kind of like spam that button. It's a really fun game. It's a really fun game, guys. I'm really liking this game now. I don't know, I'm being a weirdo, but, yeah. It's a really fun game. It's an arcade classic, and I keep saying that, but I mean, in every respect, it deserves to be an arcade classic, in my opinion. I'm going in, guys. I'm going in. Now, my fighter's captured. Sometimes it doesn't work, but most of the time, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to be able to get it back. There we go. Let's get him back. Back here. Then you got double fighters at the same time, and we're gonna pwn these guys. Hopefully, I don't get. No. Sorry, guys. I lost him right at the end because it makes the challenging stage a lot more easier. Next time, we will make it. Or if I get an extra life, I will attempt it again. But I don't recommend attempting it too much. Okay, I gotta focus. Okay, come on. I can usually get them all, but... it's hard to get him when it flies up that far. Okay. Did alright. Did we get 33? 34! Yeah, we're improving! I knew we were doing better. I did alright with the second ship, but it takes a life away. It's basically like you're taking your ship out. So you don't want to do it too often, and sometimes you can't even do it, so you gotta be careful not to get... Oh, that was fast. Wow. Gotta be careful not to get captured on your first try. Or, I mean, on your first try, on your last life. You want to do it on your first try. It's kind of hard to talk on this one. It's a really intense game. It's not really that hard of a game compared to StarForce, like we played last week, but man, it's a challenge still, especially when you're trying to tell someone about it. But I don't know, it's weird. It's like it's one of those zone out games. It's fun though. Oh, I didn't even see that one coming. Thought it was a thing in the background. I don't know what I was thinking. I think my hit-miss ratio went up by 3% about. Did alright guys. I'm trying to beat that high score. So we're actually going to play until I beat that high score. I think. Either that or we'll just do one more round. So close to it. It's just the default high score, obviously. I haven't gotten there yet. Alright, Galaga round 3. Let's do this. I'm going to try my tap method, which actually works really well. I'm not actually sure how well the auto-fire would work on a turbo controller in this game. You can only shoot 2 shots at once unless they're hitting someone. But it might help you a little bit. It might help you rest your fingers a little bitty. Come on. Focus on my strategies that I was saying last time. Look at the top. Look at the top. And work on your accuracy. Move when they move, so that way you're moving at the same... Whoa. Pattern. There we go. Okay, stage 2. Stage 1's really easy. I mean, it's almost impossible to lose all your lives in stage 1 unless you've just started. I don't want to put anyone down, but you don't really. It's not that hard. Come on. Oh, I didn't do the pull-in thing, the tractor beam. Come on. There we go. Okay, we're gonna do it. Come on. I gotta focus really bad here, guys. So just cool it a little bit, Kevin. Come to do that. Okay, here we go. Make way. We're coming in. I'll keep these guys over here first. Because when they're separated, they break off a little bit faster, or at least are more challenging. Here we go! Here we go, challenging stage. I can probably get them all. If I try. You got double the shots. Double the firepower. Come on, one more. Oh, that was it! Yes, I got them all! 40! Oh, perfect! And I got another bonus. Another 10,000 points. We're close to 30,000. We're close to 30,000, guys. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. It's harder to... Oh, wow, they think they shoot more. Did they shoot more at you? He shot like 4 shots at the start. I didn't even know that. Whoa! This is real deal, guys. I didn't know they shot more when you have... So I just knew it was harder to dodge. It seems like he shot more at me because I had 2 ships going, and I'm probably going to lose really soon here, but... Oh, we beat the score, beat the score, beat the score, guys! We're breaking the limit, we're breaking the limit, we're doing what I wanted to do! I'm so happy. Oh, man. Oh, man. Stage 5, here we go. I'm not doing that good. Not doing my best. But I'm doing what I wanted to show you, so I'm happy about that, guys. Sometimes my Let's Plays, things and stuff don't go right. And I got an extra man, so we have a chance to go a little bit further, but I'm not going to do the double ship thing again. Come on. Come on, Nintendo. Oh! We gotta beat this level, we gotta beat this level, we gotta beat this level. Come on. No, no, no. Not gonna let him crash into me. There we go. I want to get to the second challenging stage. I want to get there. Oh no! He just crashed into my ship. Took me out like a bomber. Okay, that's a bummer. Result. I got 58%. Did better hit miss ratio. I'm pretty sure I shot more shots fired. And I think I hit more because I did the bonus. Perfect. That was a good run, guys. That was a good run. And sometimes you only get to about 5 or 6 levels into the game before you end it. Before it ends itself. Now, that's Galaga. It's really fun. It's really good. It's really addicting. It's a timeless classic that, to me, never gets old. I mean, I've never really wanted to, you know, stop playing Galaga. I mean, every once in a while I'll see it and it'll just be so much fun. And it's just like that today. And this game's been out since, like, 1981. And that's saying a lot. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to do for Galaga today. Let me know what you think about that gameplay of the game. I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. I want to hear your experience, your like what any strategies you have for Galaga, any memories you have of Galaga, new or old, anything good about Galaga. I want to hear that in the comments. I'm not going to go too much on about subscribing and liking and stuff, but if you want to support my channel, feel free to do so. You know what to do. And if you want to see more, that's what you got to do. Alright, guys. Thank you for watching Happy Beard Games. This is Kevin signing out. End of Galaga here. Stay tuned for more Happy Beard Games plays on Happy Beard Games. Alright, guys. Happy Beard Games, out! In 1984, Russian game designer Alexei Pajitnov created the game Tetris, which is now known as a worldwide bestseller and a classic video game. It's a puzzle game. It involves falling blocks, matching tiles, and solving puzzles, all at a speedy pace that increases as you play. In 1989, Nintendo came out with the Game Boy. With the Game Boy's release, Nintendo needed a killer app, and it got its first killer app with Tetris on the Game Boy. This was playable on many different Game Boy systems that evolved throughout the years, and the same game Tetris was still one of the best-selling games on the console. Also in 1989, Nintendo released Tetris for the NES, one of my favorite current iterations of the game, though they are all very similar in gameplay and style, each building upon each other. There's something special about the NES version to me, as well as the arcade and Game Boy versions. There's been other iterations, not just on Nintendo consoles, but on PlayStation as well, with a few different games on the PlayStation and other consoles throughout the history of video games after Tetris was released in 1984. So grab your Game Boys, boys and girls, because we're going to play some Tetris games today on Happy Beard Games. Alright guys, we got Tetris here on the Game Boy. This is the most popular, one of the most well-known iterations of the game, and it really sold the Game Boy for a while until Pokemon came out. But yeah, so we got Tetris here, playing on the Super Game Boy, Super Nintendo, and yeah, this should be a lot of fun. Now, the Game Boy version has something that the original Nintendo edition does not, and that is two-player. You can use a Game Link cable, I believe, and maybe you can do that on the same cart too if you take turns, but it does feature a two-player sort of mode, which I've never really experienced too much. I don't even remember exactly what it's like, but I know it's there because it's on the menu. So let's start it up on Tetris, yeah. Alright, let's Tetris it up. Now we've got two game types. These are important to know about. You've got type A, which is an endless mode. You basically choose it. You can choose a difficulty sort of setting, and you just keep building and playing the game of Tetris until you run out of space. She'll explain that a little bit later if you're not familiar with the game Tetris. It's pretty simple to follow, pretty easy to pick up and play, and it's pretty much consistent like that throughout every Tetris game. Now, in addition, you've got B-type. Now, B-type is you have certain level goals, and you're supposed to beat them. So we're going to try out both modes on this game, and then we'll switch to another Tetris game. And you can also choose your music type. So we're going to start A, and we're going to do, we got this song right here, which is the most famous Tetris song. This is what people think of when they think of the game Tetris. They think of the song. It's about as iconic as Mario's, you know, the Super Mario Bros. Theme song. So, for that game. So, yeah. And then you also got this song. And, you've got this song here. I usually stick with A or B. I'm going to stick with A for now, just because it's a little more iconic. And let's just start this up. Now you've got levels. These are your difficulties, I believe. They go faster, or you can start at 0, and you can build up to the higher levels, and it gets faster as you play. So we're going to start at 0, and this is Tetris here, guys. You have this space here. You have falling tiles, and you can move them down. You can't move them up. You can move them left and right as they fall, or you can make them fall faster by pushing down. You can also additionally push A or B to flip them around on their side, and you know, you can kind of work with them to get them to fill in these spaces. And what you're supposed to be doing is you're supposed to be clearing lines. So every time you get a full line, no gaps, it breaks away, and that gives you some points, clears up some space. And I'm not doing so great today, but we'll see how well this goes. Come on. That was a close one. I was like, what am I doing with this? What am I doing with this? Then we're gonna go here, and we're gonna goof this whole game up probably. So I'm gonna slide that in there. At least get something. I missed my first line, but we got a line there. So that's pretty much how you do it. You just kind of keep going with it like that, and that, and oh, watch this, guys. There we go. I got 3 lines there. If you get 4 lines, that is a Tetris. That is what Tetris is. There's actually a move called Tetris in this game, and it'll give you an extra amount of points, I believe, and it'll clear all your lines that fit into this. So basically, the really tall block that I just had there, if you have that, that's actually the height that you need to get a Tetris. So what you need to do is you need to be really careful with your placement, and if you place them in a proper manner, you can get in the right lineup to get a Tetris going. And that'll give you a lot of points, and it'll be like kind of like a little special thing. It's kind of hard to do. It's the most lines you can clear at a time. So we're going to try to do that here at least once before we switch game modes. It's giving me a lot of these guys. Here we go, guys. Here we go. We're ready to see a Tetris? Let's do this. You hear that? That was cool. A special sound. Now, if you notice that sound, it's a little familiar for some people who also play Game Boy games. It's actually a sound effect that they borrowed from Super Mario Land on Game Boy, which is another early Game Boy game. I'm not sure what game came first, but I'm not really sure. But it's a sound effect that's shared between both games. I just thought that was really interesting to point out. Okay, so we are just gonna not really play this whole game too far. We're gonna actually go back to check out the other game modes. Because we got a Tetris, we got some points. Now this can go on for a very long time, but if you want to see me play this for a very long time, there's a video of that, so I'll put that link in the description. And it's actually something that I did live for a couple hours, so it's a little different than this, but if you want to see me keep playing this, that's the place to see it. And that's actually the NES version I'm talking about there. Okay, we're gonna go back to the menu if we can. If we can't, then I think we're gonna have to see what happens when you fail. Now, failing is when you, or when you lose, is when you make it to the top, like that. I'll play that sound effect again, sort of similar to the Tetris sound. Another sound from the Mario Land game. Sort of like a squeaky sound. Okay, so please try again, heart, and game over. Then we got a top score, which is pretty good. It's not too hard to get a top score because it doesn't really save your scores on the game pack. It just keeps them for when you're playing currently. So if you want to save them, you got to write them down in some way or another. So yeah, we're going to check out the other game modes on this game. Then we'll switch over to NES Tetris, which is one of my favorite games that I've been playing currently. I've been playing it a lot, actually. As I just mentioned in my live stream, I played it for a couple hours, and I was playing it a couple more hours offline too, by the way. Okay guys, we're gonna check out B-Type. Now you've got 9 levels, I believe. It goes from 0 to 9, so that's 10 levels of difficulty. And you got the thing called High. Now High is basically, you can start with some bricks or tiles already on the playing field. So it gives you an added challenge, so we're not gonna do that just yet. But maybe on the next game we'll try that out. It's pretty much the same on NES Tetris for the High and stuff like that. So I'll show you a little bit of level 0. What you're supposed to do here, this might be a little different than the NES one, because on the NES one I believe you have to do 20 lines every time. On this one you have to do 25 lines, and I don't know if it's just because it's level 0, or if I wasn't paying attention on the NES one, but yeah, it's 25 lines that you have to clear in order to advance to basically win the level. I kind of like this mode a little bit more than Endless. Endless is good if you want to show off your skills. This one's not by any means easy, but it gives you a feeling like you completed a level. Like in Mario, okay, I beat that really hard level. And that's what this feels like on this mode. It feels like you're doing something that you can achieve and work towards, and it's something that like every, you know, like I beat this level and my friend beat it, and I can't wait to finish it and you know, see if I can do it too and do it on my own, kind of thing. And on the other mode, it's more like you're just racking up points and keep going, which is good too. But I kind of prefer this mode, mode B. Should I risk it? Nah. I'm just trying to puzzle it up a bit here, guys. Doing pretty bad though. There we go. A few blocks out of the way. I guess I'll slam that guy there. And yeah, so yeah, you just get like a lot of different things. If you push select, which I actually had deactivated, you see that box in the bottom right corner of the screen. It actually shows what's coming up, which is really handy. You can push select to hide it if you want more of a challenge. So it's pretty cool that they actually have that option in this game. They have then the NES one as well, and it's also the select button. So it's pretty cool, pretty cool. There is actually a lot of other versions of this game. It's on almost every console ever since the Game Boy, and before the Game Boy as well, although I'm not sure how many of those are actually official. There's a lot of clones, like third-party clones, some of them not official and some of them are official. Even on the NES, there's one by Tengen, and I don't have that one currently, but it's a slightly different version of Tetris that's unlicensed, I believe, the Tengen games. So, Tengen Tetris is also on NES, so we're going to be reviewing the NES official Nintendo Tetris. But this game has appeared on so many systems, it's like almost impossible to count and think of all of them. Some of them that stand out in my mind that I don't own are Tetris on the GameCube. It was also on Xbox and PlayStation 2. I think it might be called Tetris Worlds, or maybe just Tetris on GameCube. It's a popular one. Also, one of them for the N64 was a lot of fun, I remember. And I really like the arcade version, the early arcade version. There's a place near my house that has that arcade game, and it's just a lot of fun to play in the arcade. You would think a puzzle game, you know, you might want to play like Mortal Kombat or Double Dragon or something in the arcades, but you might think a puzzle game would be a little odd. But it's actually a lot of fun using the joystick controller on this game. And the big buttons and everything. It's really handy. So we're gonna, yeah, we're just gonna do a couple more lines on this here. We're not gonna actually, well, actually we're doing pretty good. So I guess I'll do all the 25 lines. Might as well complete this on at least one level, since this is slightly a different video than I normally do, I guess. We're almost through this, so just a couple more lines left. It's only got one more line, so let's just kind of like fudge this one and not get it super perfect. Don't want to spend too much time dinking around with it. There we go. Alright, cool little music. It tells your stats. You got single, double, triple, and Tetris, which is the fourth. 4 lines, so you get a lot of points for that, but I didn't get any there. I just got singles and doubles. Didn't do too good, didn't do my best, but I'm just trying to show the game, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool game, guys. A lot of points there. And we got our score again, but we're not going to enter it this time. So, yeah, that's Tetris on the Game Boy. There's also a multiplayer mode, so keep that in mind. There's also various degrees of difficulty. You can change it up quite a bit. And it's a really fun game. So I hope you enjoyed that Tetris on Game Boy, played by Kevin from Happy Beard Games. We're going to move on to NES Tetris, then we'll move on to some PlayStation 1 Tetris. Alright, guys. Let's do this. Alright, so now we've got Tetris on the NES. This is Nintendo's official Tetris, not the same as the Tengen Tetris, which actually had more modes, including a multiplayer. Now this one you see, you go past the title screen, you've just got Start, and you've got Game Type A and B, just like the Game Boy. However, this is a home console, so until the Super Nintendo, this is the only way to play, besides the Tengen version, on a Tetris game on your TV. So that's a plus there. The color is a lot more vibrant. However, on the Game Boy original, you know, there's no color. It's just green and gray and black and stuff like that. And it was like that for a while, especially when the game came out. So when I was playing that on the Super Game Boy, on my Super NES, it added a few colors to the game that weren't originally viewable on your Game Boy screen. So it's a little different than that. So this one was in color, this one was on your big TV or small TV, and you know, it's pretty cool. It's cool to play with the bigger controller too, even though it's not necessary for a game like this. So you've got a controller going, and it's pretty cool. So now you've got different music, so it has, let's see, we've got A and B, and then you got a music type, and you got this song. They don't actually have the Tetris, iconic Tetris theme that the Game Boy had for Music 1, they have a different song. They do have this song again, and they have this song, which I really enjoy. This song reminds me of like Final Fantasy or something, so I don't know, I really like this song, so I usually leave this one on, so I'm going to leave that on. And I'd show you A-Type. It's the exact same as it is on the Game Boy, as far as I know. It's pretty much the exact same. The skill level seems to be pretty much the same. The game seems a little bit faster. It seems a little like sluggish, I guess, on the Game Boy. Just a little bit, but not too much. But that's just my experience. It seems a little bit slower paced on the Game Boy, which is good because if you're outside, I mean, you're gonna have a little bit of a handicap there in most cases, not always. You know, sitting in the car, on the bus, outside somewhere, a little different than sitting in your house. You got B-Type. We're just gonna check out B-Type this time. So there's a couple things you can do on this. We're gonna do level 5 because it's gonna be in the middle somewhere. There's one thing I'd like to point out, and I'll show you a screenshot of it because I did it before and I did it on the live stream. When you do complete it on any of these, you get a little cutscene at the end. Usually it's a plane, a bird, or any other thing, including dragons flying by an image of Russia. And it's just a little quick cutscene that plays when your score plays. But if you get 9, you beat level 9, you get to see special Nintendo characters appear. Depending on how high your score gets, you can see more and more classic Nintendo characters from the NES era appear at the credits, or your little victory cutscene thing. So far, I've only been able to unlock Pit from Kid Icarus, so I haven't been able to unlock the other characters, but there is, as I'll probably show you as well, from an image I found online, there is Samus, Link, Mario Bros, Bowser, I think Donkey Kong as well, and maybe a few more. So it's pretty cool they added those into the Nintendo version, because I think that's pretty cool to see them. It's a good reward. I didn't even know about it until I found out about it. Just recently, actually. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. So we're going to start level 5. We're just going to do height 0. And we're just going to go through. I guess this is 25 lines. For some reason, I had stuck in my head that it was only 20 lines. But, yeah, we're just going to do this real quick on Tetris level 5. I'm going to try to clear as many lines as I can. I'm not really going for anything too much here. Just kind of showing you a little feel of the game. Now, on this game, you notice that's in color, but every mode on mode B, once it gets harder and harder, the colors change to a different palette. So you get a variety of different colors to look at, which, I mean, it's not that amazing, but it's something better to look at every time. So something a little bit changes up. Okay, so we are just building bricks, moving tiles, moving stuff around. I don't really have anything in mind so far in terms of what my strategy is, but it just takes a little while to form up and get a feel of what the tiles are placing out like, and see how the game kind of plays out a bit, so that way you know where to go. It's a really fun game. I don't know how well this is going to translate to a video on the internet, because it's a game that, you know, people kind of like. It's kind of an easy, casual game, but it does have it does have its tough moments, is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, it does have moments where it does get quite challenging near the end, and for some people, and I'm assuming a majority of the people that pick up and play this game thinking it's casual, it can be quite a challenge. It really can. I mean, this game, that's what I was looking for. This game is, it's one of those games that gets hard fast, and when it gets hard, it proves your strength, and it proves your skills as a gamer on this, because it seems casual, and this part's pretty easy actually, but, yeah, this part's really easy, but once you get to level 9 and 8, those ones are pretty tough, and especially toward the end, they get pretty tough. And even endless mode A, if you remember, A is just keeps going. That gets even harder as you get past 100 moves. So you got to keep going. I think my record recently is about 93 lines I've cleared. I don't have that on recording, but that's what I've made it to that I can remember. I did make it to about 70 or so on the live stream, so it does get challenging, but I was also kind of slacking, and it was late at night, and I wasn't really paying that much attention. Let's see if I can even get through this. If it'll even give me that line. There we go. Tetris time! And then we're gonna put that there, this there, and put that down there. And we're just gonna build this up until we get oh, I don't have anything good here though. That's kind of a pain. It's gonna be a problem. See if we can do this, guys. I gotta focus a little bit. I kind of goofed up quite a bit. Yeah, we goofed. We're goofing. We're the goof troop. Skip it up, boo doo da. Yeah. Beat it! Haha! Goof troop wins. That's when you got the good blimp. You did good, blimp. You did good. So we got that, and then we got first place on our score. I love the song. It's cool. It's better than the Game Boy music. Aside from missing the Tetris theme that everyone knows and loves, this one has better music in my opinion. So we're going to switch over to a different Tetris game. One that I picked up more recently, and is actually one that I'm not so familiar with. It's Tetris Plus on the PlayStation 1. There's a various amount of Tetris games on the PlayStation systems as well, and I figured I should give them a chance in this video as well, because these two, NES and Game Boy, are very similar. On the PlayStation, I believe there's actually another Tetris, and there's actually a Tetris 2 on the NES as well, but I don't have that, and I think it's a little different. So we're going to play some Tetris Plus on the PlayStation 1, so let's switch over to that. Alright, so we're loading up Tetris Plus on the PlayStation 1. This is actually a fairly inexpensive game. I think I paid about $2 for it recently. It was a pickup find, not an online find, but I have checked the internet to see if the price is the same, and it is about $2 to $5. Now this was actually made by Galaga, or Jalico, however you want to pronounce that, and it features a sort of archaeological story mode based on, like, I guess you're an archaeologist going through ancient ruins in various locations. And yeah, it's kind of a fun concept. I guess it came out in 1996, and it's pretty cool for the PlayStation. Pretty cool. It kind of got me back into the Tetris puzzle game thing when I got this game at a random pickup. So there is a little bit of a story in this one, and and a lot of cutscene stuff, but not too much, mostly just a little brief thing. It's kind of like a puzzle fighter, like if you know the art style of puzzle fighter, it kind of has that anime style art in it. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to show this whole thing, but it's pretty pointless in regards to the main gameplay, but there is parts where that professor guy, the archaeologist guy, he actually walks around the screen and on the bricks that are falling, so there's a mode where you gotta help him out and stuff. So here's a little overview of the different modes. There's classic, puzzle mode, which is what I was mentioning, versus mode, which is multiplayer, and I think that's just about it. Tetris Plus. This is an early PlayStation 1 game. So let's check out some of the modes and play a little bit of some of them in a little bit of a comparison on the overall, looking back at Tetris Game Boy and Tetris NES. So we've got options, edit, which I think you can make your own puzzles somehow. Versus is multiplayer, like I just mentioned, and puzzle mode and classic mode. Let's check out classic mode first. Classic Tetris. It takes a little bit longer on the loading because it's a PlayStation 1 game, and I'm playing it on the PS1 system. I'm not playing it on a PS2 or anything higher than that. So yeah, it just kind of jumps you in. I do like the music. It's not quite as good as the classic Tetris themes, but it is entertaining enough for a PlayStation song. For a PlayStation. No, but it's I don't know. And it is gives you a little bit of a smaller screen, even comparing it on my main TV, which I'm using the same TV for the NES as well. So it is a little smaller playing field. I'm not sure what those bars on the top are for. Those green things that are going up the side. I'm not entirely sure what that is. Okay, that's kind of cool. It tells you when you get a triple and stuff like that. Oh, it changes the level, I guess. It's a level timer, maybe? When those bars go up to full. See, I haven't really played this one too much. Not on classic mode, at least. Because I just didn't really play it too much when I got it. It's pretty fun, though. So it should change. Yeah, it changed. Okay, levels up a little bit higher to a stronger stage. Or a stronger level. So instead of being, I guess, I don't know, it seemed like on the NES one it went up as you start playing more. This one, it's more like it just goes up on its own, so it's like a time thing. I guess it was kind of like that on the NES, but it wasn't as, you know, it didn't really tell you in the same way. The controls are pretty much the same as the NES. You've got your buttons and to flip it, and then you can move with the D-pad left and right, and it's pretty much the same as the Game Boy or the NES. It's pretty much the same game on classic mode all around. It gets a little bit faster though. It's pretty fast right now compared to how fast it got on the other systems though. So it gets harder faster basically, in a quicker pace too. It comes on a little bit sooner is what I'm trying to say. So this is already getting kind of challenging. But it's not too bad yet. It got a little bit easier now. Maybe it's just random. Maybe certain levels are harder than others. So it's not that hard now. That's weird. I haven't really played Learn with this one too much. And it looks like a player 2 can join in at any time, which is why the screen's a bit smaller. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that. It kind of has the arcade feel to it, and I like that. I really do like that. There's different methods you can do and different tactics that you can think about when you're playing this game. Some of them include, you know, just kind of winging it, like I'm doing now when it gets a little chaotic. Some of them also include, you know, you kind of like, you visualize what's coming up next and you try to put this and that on the field in your mind. Another thing is you can kind of like slide them into things instead of just sliding them on top of things. If you're really careful, you can slide things inside other things, so it's kind of a little thing you gotta try out every once in a while. If you need, like if you already goofed up a bit, then you can kind of try to fix that by switching things up. And I already goofed a lot of it here. Oh, I didn't know I was still moving that one. Yeah, I did alright. Made it to 20 lines. Not really doing my best, but I haven't played this mode like at all, actually. Oh no! Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, guys. The voice acting's kind of cheesy. I kind of like the anime art style. Kind of reminds me of like Puyo Pop, Puzzle Fighter, Kirby Avalanche, stuff like that. I didn't even get first place, but I'm just gonna enter my name real quick. There we go. It's only a 3-letter on this one. 3-letter. Try again. We're gonna end that and go. We're gonna go check out one more mode. Then we'll end this Tetris marathon, Tetrahedron, Tetris. These are all the leaderboards for the 2 main game modes. We're gonna check out puzzle mode once this loads. I kind of like that little classic anime art style on this. It's pretty cool. Gonna skip that intro cutscene. Let's loads again. I don't know why it feels the need to load up the cutscene again. Okay, there we go. And then another load screen. But they're not too bad. They're not really too bad, but they are. There's a lot of them all over the place. Puzzle mode. Okay. Challenging puzzles. Pretty cool, guys. I didn't really check out all the other controls, but there is an options menu on this one. So, I mean, that's something you can check out on your own time. But, yeah, so we got continue, password, new game. This does actually allow you to save your game and your scores to a memory card. I don't have my memory card inserted right now, because I wasn't sure exactly which one it is, but, because I have multiple memory cards, I'm not sure what game this is on, but, I don't even know if I have it, so, you can use a memory card. Just something to keep in mind, because I did mention that you can't in the last one. So you choose a place for going to Egypt. Famous Pyramid of Egypt. Pyramid. There's more than one pyramid in Egypt. Okay. It's like dark. Oh, look at a secret tunnel. Oh, you're right. I bet there are hidden rooms at. Let's find out. Ready? Here we go. This is amazing. Oh no! What's wrong? We can't go forward. The blocks are in the way. Well, we will have to use our brains to move ahead. It's pretty cool. I like this. Now, this is going to be kind of hard. Erase blocks and drop the professor to the bottom. And then this thing keeps like falling down on you, the spike in the air. It scared me. I maybe not want to play it, but I think I've done it a few times, so I'm not entirely sure how well I'm going to do on this. When the professor gets to the bottom, the stage is cleared. The professor. Caution, when the professor touches the ceiling, game is over. When a block overlaps the professor, he will climb on it. Okay, cool, sounds good. Yeah! Beat that like a boss. That was pretty cool, guys. That was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I did that pretty easily. I was a little worried there because of that spiky thing on the top, but I guess it gets harder as the game goes on. So like this, he's not even starting at the bottom. So we're gonna try to get him down there. Oh, I see. It just drops all the way down. Okay, wow. I didn't get that for a second. That's pretty cool. So we're gonna do one more stage, and then you probably get the idea of what this game goes on. It gets harder as it goes on and on. So there's always an added challenge to look out for on this. Now, see how well I can get this. Those noises he makes kind of scare me a bit, guys. And we're not getting the blocks that I want to block. Oh, whoa, I didn't mean to slide that over. Oh no, this is bad, guys. I didn't... See, on this one, I noticed you kind of like have a little extra time to slide it around when it drops. So let's see if I can get this. There we go. And you've got that ever-approaching doom clock going on here. So we gotta watch out for that big thing there. Come on. There we go. There we go, guys. Come on. Come on, Tetris. Say, come on, Nintendo isn't Nintendo anymore. It's just Nintendo anymore. Oh, snow. Oh, snow. Oh, no. Oh, snap. So this music, it's like, we don't know what song to play, man. We're gonna play some scary music. I think it's because it's getting closer to Doom. Okay, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Get in there. No, get down, dude. Get down. Ouch. 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 I don't think I can do it, dude. Come on. Oh no. I'm spacing out, guys, sorry. But this is really intense. Come on. Come on, no! No! So brutal! It's so, oh my god, I'm sorry, Professor. Don't worry, Professor. Oh man. Game over, bros. Well, this actually gets really tough really fast then, because I couldn't figure that puzzle out very well, obviously, but we did okay overall, because the first levels we did like it was nothing, so that's pretty much something I gotta work on. This actually is a pretty cool game, this PlayStation Tetris, this PlayStation Tetris Plus. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. It adds a different amount of variety and what am I doing? Challenges. So you got a lot more to work on, and it just adds new stuff to the game, which is what it should be doing when you get new iterations of it. There's other versions of this game that I have that I'd like to show you, such as the Tetris DS. That's original DS. Very, very, very good Tetris. It has all the Nintendo characters, has sort of more of an 8-bit style, has a lot of 8-bit Nintendo references, and it's just a really great version of Tetris with lots and lots of extra modes that are quite good, including 8-player, I think, online multiplayer. It doesn't go online anymore, but it does do local. But that's really cool when they had online Tetris. I think that's really fun. It's a good way to change it up, because this is a game that can be played with multiple players competing against each other for a high score, or against the time, or against themselves with the puzzles going up. Alright guys, that's enough for Tetris on various systems. This is Happy Beard Games, thanking you for watching Tetris. This week on Happy Beard Games, we're doing a Double Dragon double feature, starting with Double Dragon on the NES, and concluding with Double Dragon 2, also on the NES. Now, for temporary, we're saving Double Dragon 3 for a later episode. So I hope you all enjoyed this Double Dragon double feature here on Happy Beard Games. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da, 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 ba-da-da-da. Alright guys, enough singing, enough of that. Welcome to Happy Weird Games. This is Kevin. I'll be your guide through the past of gaming with Double Dragon. We're doing a Double Dragon double feature for the NES. Push start. Push start. Push start! Oh, you push select, one of the select games. Okay, and then you also push select to choose, so it's not start to start, it's start, select to start, select to select, start to start. There we go. It goes back and forth. But it's a little bit more straightforward when you're in the gameplay. Now, there's two modes, and these are actually not just modes of difficulty in this game, like they are in some games like Donkey Kong. This is actually mode A is, it's like your straightforward story beat 'em up mode, and then you've got two-player version of that, which I think is turn-based. Like you take turns. It's not, yeah, you take turns. Switch off. And then mode B is a fighting game. It's a very limited game. Remember, this is pre-Street Fighter 2, so we got a limited fighting game here. It sort of plays like the main game, but the graphics are a little more enhanced because you're not going through a big level. And you can do that one on two-player too, so you can actually play at the same time on that one. Or you can play by yourself against the computer. So let's start mode A, one player. That's all we're going to do pretty much. Ooh, punching my girlfriend. Taking her away. That's messed up. Let's get him back. Alright, now I'm Billy and Jimmy, or Billy or Jimmy. I think you're Billy in this. The two Double Dragon guys. And we're going to fight some crime. Get my girl back from these streets of ruthless baddies taking over the town. Yeah, it's a really cool game. It's very straightforward beat 'em up. It's pretty cool. There's a couple things you gotta notice though. You see that one player, all those little bars, that's my health. Okay, you got your score and your time, which is I'm running out of time, but the heart is one thing you gotta look at. That's your level basically. As the game progresses, sometimes more often than not, you'll level up. And, you know, you level up, you get new abilities. They don't really tell you right away, but you do get new abilities, such as, like, you get a jumping kick instead of just a jump. You get a grab move, I think, as well. There's a couple other moves you get, too. I'm actually not sure about all of them, because I've never actually beaten this game, but I've made it quite a while into it. But usually when I play it, I make it to the same part as I always do. So let's see how far we do today. See how good we do too. This is gonna be just a little fun little playthrough, and it should be pretty cool. So there's a couple things I want to show you. The controls in Double Dragon feel great. They feel exactly as they should. A button is punch, B button is kick. Push them both together for a jump, and later on you will learn a kick move. You can double push forward to do a headbutt. You can do other moves such as grabs and throws. And you can move around using the D-pad, of course. Select does nothing, start pauses it, and unpauses it. It's a fairly simple game, but it feels great on the NES, and I recommend using the NES2 Dogbone style controller. There's lots of different things you can interact with in the environment. It's not just a side scroll, you can go up and down, go indoors, climb on things. And I'll show you something right here. There's a glitch in the game where you can go over here and it thinks that you're going up a ladder or something, or a path. But you actually just go, and then when you go to, I don't want to go up there, but let's just get out of here. That was a little scary. Oh jeez, I forgot about this. It starts out on this conveyor belt. Does it? Yeah, it does. Okay, I'm like, I don't remember this part for some reason. Knock him down that. If you get him on there, you can knock him down the conveyor belt. And there's another guy that'll come up that's a little bit stronger soon that will need to knock down that conveyor belt. Oh no! I can't believe I fell down too. So that's what happens when I'm a little rusty on this game. It wasn't even worth it because they come back. See, when I'm a little rusty on this game, my precision isn't quite the same. So I'm just gonna beat these guys up, and maybe I'll try it on the next guy. Here's a Bobo. Got the big bad of Bobo. This guy is the one you want to knock down, I think. He's a little bit easier to knock down. Oh, whoa, get up, man. I don't have my jump kick yet, because jump kick's a really good move to use on a Bobo. It's a really big bad. See if I can even get him. He's really hard to beat at this part of the game, which is why they have this conveyor belt to help you out. I'm doing pretty bad. kicks are alright on it. Whoa. That was pretty great. That was pretty awesome. There we go, got him down. I can't believe I died there. That was bad. That was really bad. Alright, enough dancing, Kevin. Let's get back in the game. I love the music in this game, though. I'm not even kidding. It's really good. It's a really good soundtrack. Even this level has a good soundtrack, too. Come on, I think my NES is glitching a little bit. Maybe it's just the graphics just being a little weird. But yeah. I don't know. Sometimes my NES, like, the graphics get a little weird. And I'm not sure if it's my system, or the game, or the way I put the game in the system. But there's always something weird about that. Well, not always, but occasionally there will be. Oh, he threw that ball at me. It does a lot of damage. Go up here and climb on this grating and get up on this platform. So now I got the kick. Pick up his baseball bat, have a little lightsaber duel up here. Or one-sided lightsaber duel, I guess. So you basically to jump in this game, I didn't explain it, but you push B and A together. It's one of those games on the NES that had too many buttons for the NES. So, or too many moves for how many buttons there are on the NES, so like, there'll be combinations to do certain moves. At least they didn't make you use the select button. But yeah, it actually fits pretty well because it is a fighting game, beat 'em up style thing. So it's okay to do combos in this sense. On some games it probably would have felt a little awkward, but on this game it actually feels alright to you know, push both buttons to jump. Especially when it becomes an attack like it is now, with the jump kick. Hopefully I can survive this level without dying again. Let's go up here. Do I still have my whip? Yes I do. Sweet. Now the whip fades away when the type of enemy that has that whip or weapon goes off screen, or if you go off screen. What the heck? What the heck's going on? This is not supposed to happen, guys. This is completely unplanned. That's not fair. It's not fair. The game's messing up. I've never had that happen before. I've had weird things happen in this area, which I was going to show you guys, but what the heck? I can't progress with the game. Okay, so basically normally, and I might be able to show you this too, but normally in this game, there's a glitch where you can, and the boss comes out, the boss is at the top of this tower. If you go down the ladder, it'll, oh, there we go. It'll kill the boss, and I'll try to show you that in a bit. But that was weird. I never had it so you couldn't progress. And I was going pretty normally. I mean, I didn't do anything differently. Okay, I think we're almost at the boss. Here's the boss. This is what I was telling you about. You know, that stuff before doesn't usually happen. So here's the boss. He comes out, but you can still go down the ladder. And this is just, it's not really like I can't beat the boss. It's more like it'll save you time to keep playing the game later on. Because there's no continues in this game. So yeah, you're just going to keep going. Mission 3. This is the level I always lose at. Though usually it's toward the later half of the level. I think I've beaten it once, though. I think I have beat it once, because I played this a lot. Oh, there we go. Number 4. We can do some grabs. I think that's maybe what number 4 is. I got a knife. Watch out for this guy. Most of the songs in this game are pretty cool for the soundtrack, but this level has a really creepy song. I don't really like it that much. It's actually more of just a whole bunch of weird sounds after a little while. The song just kind of like goes insane. Oh! Kicked me right in the face. And I got full health again, because it's a new level. I actually did level 2 really well. Aside from that part where I died at a Bobo, but that was level 1. Wow. I actually did pretty good on level 2. I'm kind of surprised. I usually get killed by those bomb guys. Doing alright, Kevin. We're doing alright. Or I was doing alright. Okay, that's it. Enough jump kicks. How does you dodge that? How do you do that? If you push forward twice, you can do a headbutt. Okay, this is not cool. This gotta take me way too long. Oh, that was mean. That was mean. That was mean. Why do they keep dodging my moves? Stop dodging my moves! Let me play fair. Play fair. Oh my god. Okay, these guys are not usually this tough, honestly. Here we go. Step on ya. Get back in the dirt! Got this guy, who kind of looks like the last boss. Take him down. take you down, purple hair, purple pants man, and purple hair, purple pants bro. Come on, oh, ooh. Oh! Get down, I gotta take one of them down. There is a little halfway point on these levels. So if you can make it to a certain point, and then you die, not losing all your lives, but just dying once, you can get a little checkpoint and continue from later on, which is what I'm hoping I got one of those. So this music is really weird. I don't know if you can even hear the music, but it's just really weird. I'm just being really cheap because I'm on my last heart, or last life bar point. And, oh, I actually have like no life right now. Oh, he got me. He kicked me in the leg and knocked me down. I think we got one more life. Oh yeah, we continue from these guys. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Good move, Double Dragon. Good move. Ooh, look at that big punch at the end. Oh jeez. Come on. Come on! Oh! We got another bar, but I'm not sure what it does. I'm not really sure about all the moves, but I got another heart level up. So I do have a stronger ability that I could use, but I'm not really sure what all of them are. Maybe there's a punch, kick. I can do a grab and throw. Oh, that's probably what it is. The grab that I did. Then you can throw them. Okay guys, this has been my last stand. We got no more lives. Got 2 little bars. We gotta make it a little bit further. Normally I make it past this bridge that's coming up. Okay, oh, baseball bat guy. Okay, here we go. I think the baseball bat disappears pretty quickly though here. So let's try to get through this. Oh no! That's the part I usually lose all my lives at. Well, I made it past that, of course, but usually it's around that bridge is where I end up losing the game. And there's no continue, no password, no save, of course, and there is no no way to return. I don't know if there's a you know, on Mario you hold down B and push A. Let's see if there's one of those. No, there's not. I didn't think there was. So there is no way to continue on this. But that's Double Dragon for you on the NES. We're going to switch over to Double Dragon 2 in my next episode of HBG Plays. It's going to be HBG Plays Double Dragon 2, part of the Double Dragon Double feature. I'm going to throw in some bonus stuff as well. Some other looks at the Double Dragon series and various games, or a few various games, that these characters and Double Dragon has appeared in later on. A few final thoughts on Double Dragon. Double Dragon is a really cool game, not just a cool game, but it's a fun action fighting game in a beat-em-up genre. And it's kind of ahead of its time. It's kind of one of those games that paved the way on the NES for other beat-em-up games, especially Double Dragon 1. There wasn't too many like it at its time, I don't think. I don't know, I wasn't around in the 80s, but I was around in the early 90s, so I was there to be able to see games like The Turtles in Time, The Turtles Arcade, The Simpsons Arcade, other beat-em-ups, even fighting games, including Street Fighter 2, all the Street Fighter 2s, that is, and games so on in later years, such as Mortal Kombat, Golden Axe on the Genesis. There's other beat-em-ups and other hack and slash in that same kind of style as Double Dragon. Double Dragon paved the way for games that are action. It paved the way for some fighting games as well with its Mode B that has the fighting game mode. It also paved the way in the sense that you have levels that go on with more enemies, you can pick up their weapons, you can do different interactions with them. So yeah, Double Dragon, it's a great game. I definitely recommend it. I recommend you pick it up if you're a fan of fighting games, action movies, fighting movies, martial arts. I recommend it if you like beat-em-up games, if you like hack and slash games in that classic arcade style. I also recommend picking up a buddy to play it with. However, you cannot do same player co-op at the same time on the first game, so you'd have to check out Double Dragon 2 or a later game in the series. But yeah, overall, Double Dragon, great game for the NES, one of my favorite games on the system. Always a good game and a classic, Double Dragon. Thanks for watching Happy Beard Games play Double Dragon on the NES. Until next time, Happy Beard Games will see you then. Happy Beard Games, out! What's up, everybody? This is Kevin here from Happy Beard Games, bringing you part 2 of my Double Dragon double feature, featuring Double Dragon 1 and 2 on the NES. And yeah, so we're gonna play some Double Dragon 2, and this is the first time I've ever played that game. This is gonna be blind. I know I'm doing a review on a blind game, but I mean, I've never actually played Double Dragon 2 before. I played 1 a lot, and I liked it a lot, which is the reason that I picked up number 2. We're gonna play some NES Double Dragon 2 on Happy Beard Games. Let's do this. My name's Kevin, by the way, and I'm welcoming you to Double Dragon Double Feature Part 2! Let's do this. It looks like we've got one player, which is what I'm going to be doing. There is no versus mode where it's like you know, it's a fighting game. They don't have that, and I'll probably show you a clip of that because I didn't show that in the last episode. The last episode, by the way, I played Double Dragon 1 NES. This is the Double Dragon double feature, by the way. And then we've got 2-player where it's co-op, and then I think this is co-op where you can hit each other. Based on my experience with Battletoads Double Dragon on the Super Nintendo, that's what they had for that as well. So that's what I'm assuming this is coming from. So we're going to try out, push select to do the difficulty. Oh, we're gonna do warrior. I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior! And we're gonna choose 1 player. Here we go. In 19XX, violence ruled the streets of New York City after the nuclear war. Even with the crime syndicates growing bigger every year, 2 young men were brave enough to challenge them while their names were Billy and Jimmy Lee. People called them the Double Dragons! Okay, cool. So there's a nuclear war, and yet the dragons had one terrible enemy. To fight against him was the destiny and the fate of the Double Dragons. Okay, we got our destiny. One day, Shadow Warriors attacked the city, and Billy's girlfriend, Marion, was killed. Oh my god, really? That's the girl I think got punched in the first one, and I think we rescued her at the end of the first one, but I didn't beat it, but she gets killed? That's brutal. The Double Dragons swore to avenge her death. Let's go, Double Dragons. Mission 1, into the turf. It's cool they have a little more of a cutscene and story in this. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. What? Why was I kicking backwards? Oh. Wait, what? Whoa, this has done some cool combos. It looks a little bit more fast-paced. Like the game itself runs a little bit faster or smoother. But yeah, we've got, I gotta figure out the controls because, okay, A and B is jump once again. And, looks like you get a jump kick from the start with both A or B. And I'm just kind of confused because, I was kicking backwards. Okay, here, okay, facing forward, kicking backwards. Facing, what? What's up with that? I pushed the same button, by the way, guys, here. Does B. And if you, I guess depending on which way you're facing, you do different attacks, which is going to get confusing, but I guess in a beat-em-up style sense of gameplay, arcade style, and it might actually work out. So I'm wondering if A does the same thing. Yes, it does. Okay, so it's, instead of having it, ooh, I like that, jump kick, like hurricane kick or something, but, yeah, okay, let's just jump into this. That was a little confusing for me, though. It's cool. The music's not quite as good. Okay, that was confusing, too. I'm gonna have to get used to that. You have to switch your buttons depending on which way you're facing. So I remember every time I turn around to find a different guy behind me, because the bad guys come on from both directions in this game. I just gotta remember to change my little button I'm pushing towards who I'm facing, which they're actually, like, the B button is on the left, so you're facing the left, you attack that way by pushing B. And the A button's on the right, so it kind of makes sense in regards to where the buttons are placed on the controller, so that they didn't goof it up too bad. It's just a little confusing compared to when I'm used to the first game, where it's more simplistic, straightforward. The buttons don't change. Oh, that was a cool uppercut. Can I go up here? Oh, I'm supposed to go up here. Oh, that's cool. Oh, jeez. We got the chains. Bringing out the chains. Break the chain. Okay, I can't. Oh, what? No. No. My first death? Are you serious? That was horrible. I'm staying away from that. That was terrible. I can't believe that. Sorry, but I don't know. This is the first time I played it, but I didn't think I would just walk off or jump off. It's weird because it's not like a falling animation. It's just like a hopping animation when you jump off the cliff or the top of the building. What's that? Is that a knife? Oh, it's gone by now. I guess we go up again. This is pretty cool. Going on up. Actually, really, I think I'm going to like this game a lot. Almost as much, or maybe even more, than the first one. We'll see how well this goes. See how brutal the continue feature is, too. This is pretty cool, though. I like this. I like this. Let's pick up whatever that is. Spiky baseball bat, maybe? Or a club. A lot of these. Uh-oh, I hear scary music, guys. Oh, what is that? It's like a Ninja Turtle style guy. Pushing the wrong way. Oh, ow, ooh, ah! Okay, come on, bring it on, yeah! I'm trying to do that, like, spin kick thing. I have no idea how to do that. Oh, uppercut! Oh, he disappeared! Whoa! It's just a mask! Oh no, he's back! What is this magic? Okay, is that supposed to be an attack, or... Oh, it's just him dying. That's weird. They're escaping in that chopper! You'll never make it! Mission 2 at the heliport. Go for broke. Broke. Okay, this looks kind of like a platformer now. I've heard this game has more platforming elements in it than the original did. Like you actually have like some platforms you have to jump on that move and stuff. I'm not entirely sure exactly what that is. Oh, I climbed this. Okay, here we go. All right, what is Oh no, it's gonna be hard to figure out, I guess. The whole platforming thing. I'm not sure about this, guys. I mean, I'm good at platformers, but I'm not sure if I want platformers in my beat-em-ups, but this might work in this case. It might work. Oh, that's weird. Wait, couldn't I have just skipped all that, possibly? Oh! Oh, there's a helicopter fighting me now. What do I do? Oh, that was scary. Oh yeah, I guess it's controls. Switch the button. Switch your thumb over, Kevin. Get off of my building. Yeah, they have this thing from the first one where if that enemy type disappears, and they have a weapon that you can pick up, it goes away too. See, those weapons went away as well. Just a new bad guy. Oh no, get away from the edge. Duke 'em, nuke 'em. Alright, gotcha. We gotcha. Alright, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. I like this, guys. This is awesome. Oh! Hello there. Hello there. Would you like to have a conversation with my fist? How about a knuckle sandwich? Eat that. Hawaiian punch. Old 1-2-1-2. I'll bring it in the Navy and the Marines. Come on. Okay, this is not dead yet. Die! Get out of my game. Oh my god, we got ninjas. That was terrible. I actually have a decent amount of health considering what I was doing, but now I got these ninja guys coming in. Kick my butt. Okay, this is really tough. They're a little too fast for me, guys. Why are they so much faster than everyone else? Eat that spin kick. Okay, let's get out of here. Oh no, it's taking off without me. Come back! Hey. Is that the whole level? That was the boss. Okay, no wonder that was tough. Hold it! You'll never escape from us! Grasp! G-R-A-S-P! Yeah! The chopper escaped into the neon-filled night. Oh my god. Battle in the Chopper, Mission 3. The neon-filled night. This is so great. This is awesome. Did I die? I got like sucked out the wall. Oh, it's part of the level. Oh my god, that's scary. It's like a realistic like vacuum effect. That's scary. Oh man. Come on, I'm gonna stay in this corner because this is scary. Like you actually gotta like kind of walk so it like pulls you in. Oh, Bobo's back and he's got hair now. And he's got pants. He's got his new pair of Bobo pants. Figured they'd bring in a Bobo at a point like this, kind of like the conveyor belt with the first of. Oh no, Bobo! Bobo! Bobo, that was messed up. He grabbed me and threw me right at the door. No, Bobo, you're going down. No, 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 no. Okay. Come on, Kevin. Take on your worst enemy, a Bobo. A Bobo. Come on. Get out of here. Get out of my chopper. Get out of the helicopter. Get out of there. Yes. Yes. Oh, no, there's another one. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Eat that. Get out of here. Get that filth out of here. Get that nasty mustache out of here. Not like I want to talk, but... come on, get out of here. Jeez. Okay, we did it. Woo! Woo! That was intense. The chopper is landing on a mysterious island. The undersea base. Mission 4. So far, this isn't really that bad. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. Soundtrack's alright, too. It almost feels like I'm playing the first one at some parts, and then it just feels it has enough new stuff, bringing new stuff to the table that makes it feel different than what I normally do. Come on, come on. Let's say out. Here we go. A lot of the enemies resemble the same enemies from the first game, but they're a little different. The graphics are actually improved. I didn't notice of that, but they are. Like, you can tell like the character looks a lot different, and it does have 2 players same time co-op. Oh, I'll go in there. Okay, I thought a bad guy was gonna come out. Ooh, this is cool. We're going underground. Oh, you can actually see yourself on the elevator. That's cool. This is a really cool game, guys. This is pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff here. I'm getting kicked already. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, I tried to jump and it like hurt me. Was there something on the ceiling or something? Maybe. Try it out. Yeah, if you hit your head on the ceiling, it doesn't work. Oh, we got Arnie. Come on, Arnie. Forgot about the ceiling thing. Like right after I said it, I forgot about it. Okay, well they took down that guy. I thought it was gonna be a boss actually, but it's not. Or like a mini boss. Oh, watch out for this. Oh, they come at you. Coming at you. Yeah, there's a lot more platforming and platform game style elements. I'm assuming, especially starting now with those traps on the walls coming down at the ceiling. Oh jeez. She's got a stash of bombs. She does too. Jeez. Oh, blew up her friend. That's nice. That's nice. Helping me out a little bit. Oh, smack him on the back of the head. Give you a little taste of my elbow. Some elbow grease up there. Oh, threw a knife right at his face. Ching. Oh, a Bobo. No. That was sad. Did you see that? I just like fell right in front of him. Like I didn't even have time to think. My final stand against a Bobo. No! Oh my god. You see, like, curb stomp me. That's brutal. I was like already dead. I'm already flashing away to death. And he just curb stomps me. Okay, there is no continue, just like in the first one. I guess not. But there is 2 players, so I'll show you that real quick. I said I'll show you that real quick. Be right back. Let's try that again. There is 2-player in this game, and you can access it by pushing the down button. So, it's the same story that you have 2 players, you can see now you have 2 at a time, and this is the mode where you can't hurt each other, which is probably what you're going to want to do, especially if you want to succeed. But if you want to, like, compete with each other, you can do a mode where you can actually, like, punch each other and stuff. Maybe? Yeah, okay. But yeah, that's Double Dragon 2, The Revenge on the NES, played by Kevin from HBG Games. Alright, so that concludes my Double Dragon double feature with Double Dragon 2 for the NES. Now this is a really cool game. I'm gonna say it's actually gonna be one of those games that I come back to, and I'm gonna recommend it early on, even though I don't know too much about it. But there was other games that featured Double Dragon characters. Billy and Jimmy Lee, they were in a couple other games, including one of my favorites, Battletoads Double Dragon, where they encountered the Battletoads. Now that was on NES, Super NES, and Sega Genesis. I think those were the only systems it was on, but I played it mostly on Super Nintendo. Featured music by David Wise, composer of Donkey Kong Country soundtracks. And yeah, it's really cool, but I don't have it anymore. I sold it. What was wrong with me? I sold it for a very low price too, so I'm gonna have to be getting that back. It's about $30, so I'll get that one soon, and I'll hopefully be playing that for you sometime next year in 2016. And there's a couple other really great games. There's Double Dragon Neon. It's a really good sort of reboot, remake by WayForward. You know, they do the DuckTales remaster and stuff like that. Well, WayForward did a reboot remake of Double Dragon, and it's actually a really, really good interpretation of the game. You can get that on Steam or various downloadable services, as there's no physical release as far as I know. But it's fun. And there's one other game. You may have seen me play this before because I did a video of it on my channel back in around June in the summer. When I got it, it's Super Spike V-Ball. Yeah, Super Spike V-Ball for the NES. It features Billy and Jimmy Lee. It's also a 4-player game, which is pretty cool for NES to have a 4-player game, because Double Dragon 1 was, you know, it had a versus mode. Double Dragon 2, it had co-op, and now they got a 4-player game with the Double Dragon guys in it. Now this is a weird sort of volleyball. It's a volleyball game. It's actually pretty straightforward, but I mean, the cover and some of the art is a little exaggerated. There's a lot of big muscle guys with the shirts off. And, yeah, it's an alright game. I played it, I had fun with it, A few final thoughts on the Double Dragon series. The first game I know a little more familiar with, and I kind of covered that mostly in the first video, but what I'd like to say about that, comparing it to the second one improves on almost every aspect of the game. Sure, it doesn't have the versus mode, but it does have modes where they increase the playability of 2 players at the same time. So you can play with your buddy on the main story mode, the main game, but with 2-player co-op, and that's pretty cool. It's really cool to have that. It felt missing from the first game, it felt absent, and now it's actually in the second game. In addition, other features such as the graphics, they've improved. They're a little more fluid, the characters look maybe a little bit bigger, the animations and the detail is a little higher quality, the colors are more prominent, it even makes note of the neon sunset or the neon sky in the text, and shows like cutscenes and stuff like that, so the graphics are really good. The soundtrack, it's actually about the same in my opinion. I love the remix of the title screen of the original remix, or the original theme, that is, and yeah, I don't know, I'm not too used to the soundtrack on this game yet, but it does sound pretty good from what I heard. There's no crazy songs like Stage 3 on the original, which kind of bugged me, but that's good that that's gone. But yeah, Double Dragon 2, it's pretty fun. I mean, it contains pretty much most of the stuff from the first game, but improved. In addition to those improvements, they changed the control scheme, which to me currently is kind of a bummer. In a way, it takes more getting used to. In the long run, I think the new control scheme actually works a little bit better, but it's not as easy to pick up and play because of the way that it changes depending on which way your character is facing in the game. It's a little confusing at first, and sometimes when you're in the middle of action, you kind of revert back to the Double Dragon 1 controls in your mind, and then it'll mess you up in Double Dragon 2. That's my only like minor complaint of the game so far. But overall, it's a really great game. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to play on co-op. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to play again and again on single player as well. It's about as difficult as the first one so far from what I played. So, my final thought on Double Dragon 2 The Revenge for NES. Good game, great multiplayer, great improvements from the original, and a lot of fun. Yeah, check it out. Check out Double Dragon 2 on NES. Thanks for watching that Double Dragon double featured episode of Hybrid Games featuring Double Dragon 2, and before that, Double Dragon 1 on the NES. And until next time, do the Mario!